Good morning, Honorable Chairperson. I rise to report that the quorum does exist for the Special Select Committee to commence business.
Here in present. Good morning, our witness for today. Can we do a quick introduction as well? I am Honorable Abdullah Sise, Chairperson of the Special Select Committee.
Honorable Mari Sise, Vice Chair.
Honorable Sirif Sal, Member.
Omar Janneh, Member.
Honorable Alhaji Bo, Member.
Good morning. My name is Aji Senika, lead counsel for today, and with me on my left is Lamin M. Diba, and on my right is Tony F. Mendy.
Thank you. We also have our secretariat here in person. First, before we get into business to administer the oath of the witness for today, the committee has a statement to make for the public, and I will read the statement before we start the proceeding for today. Honorable members, esteemed members of the media, and distinguished public, the Special Select Committee, duly established by the National Assembly to conduct an inquiry into the sale and disposal of assets identified by the Commission of Inquiry into the financial activities of former President Yahya AJJ Jammeh and connected matters, deem it necessary to issue the following statement. The committee observes that certain individuals and institutions have failed to demonstrate the requisite level of cooperation or diligence that commensurate with the profound national importance of this inquiry. The committee has further observed with growing concern that unwarranted delays in the timely submission of documentations critical to the comprehensive conduct of this inquiry, b, instance of non-appearance at scheduled hearings without adequate or justifiable prior notification, insufficient preparations, and the failure to produce essential records during appearances, and D, in some cases, the evasive demeanor of witnesses towards the committee. The committee wishes to state unequivocally that it operates within the clear constitutional framework. Its powers are derived directly from the Constitution of the Republic of the Gambia, 1997, and the Standing Order of the National Assembly. Pursuant to Section 109, Sub 3 of the Constitution, the committee is vested with the full powers, rights, and privileges of a High Court in matters concerning A, enforcing the attendance and examination of witnesses, B, compelling the production of documents, and C, taking any measures necessary to advance its mandate. These constitutional provisions are further reinforced by the standing orders of the National Assembly. These powers are not merely symbolic. Any action or inaction that seeks to frustrate or undermine the exercise of these powers is tantamount to an act of contempt of the National Assembly. Accordingly, with a view to ensure the smooth and uninterrupted conduct of this inquiry, every individual or institution summoned by this committee shall comply fully with a summons issued by the committee. Should there be a failure to comply with this directive, the committee shall consider this consider such conduct as willful obstruction and a deliberate lack of cooperation. B, formally refer the matter to the National Assembly for initiation of contempt proceeding. And C, make appropriate recommendations for disciplinary action, potential prosecution, and other consequences as prescribed by law. This committee is steadfast in its commitment to serving the paramount interests of the Gambian people. Our duty is not only a legal imperative, but also a moral and national obligation. The citizens rightfully expect and deserve full transparency, accountability, and undiluted truth in this matter. Any attempts to conceal information, delay submissions, or subvert the legitimate authority of the committee will not be tolerated. The committee calls upon all individuals and institutions to approach this inquiry with integrity, thorough preparation, and full cooperation. The committee reiterates that obstruction or contempt will be met with the full constitutional and legal way of the National Assembly. This inquiry will proceed with unwavering resolve, and it will steadfastly pursue the truth. I thank you all. Signed, 29th of July, 2025. Thank you. Now we proceed with the witness for today. Secretariat, can we good morning, Mr. Chairman. On behalf of the National Assembly, Special Select Committee of the National Assembly, I welcome you to this sitting, convey to inquire into the sales and disposals of assets identified by the Commission of Inquiry into the financial activities of public bodies, enterprises, and offices in relation to their dealings with the former President Yahya Jammeh, and connected matters. You are appearing today in response to a summons duly issued by this committee to provide testimony on matters within your knowledge that are relevant to the subject of our inquiry. Please be reminded that you are appearing under oath and pursuant to the provisions of the 1997 Constitution of the Republic of the Gambia. It constitutes contempt of the National Assembly to knowingly withhold, misrepresent, or conceal any information relevant to the committee's work. Please be advised that in accordance with parliamentary privilege, any statement or testimony you provide before this committee shall not be used against you in any court of law, except in cases of perjury. That is, where it is proven that you knowingly and deliberately provided false information while under oath. You are therefore expected to cooperate fully and provide truthful, accurate, and complete response to all questions posed to you, whether by the committee's lead counsel or members of this committee. The committee appreciates your presence and expects your utmost candor and cooperation throughout this proceeding. With go straight, Secretary, can we administer the oath before we get into business? Thank you.
I, Ibrahim Acham, do solemnly, sincerely, and truly swear that the evidence I shall give before this committee shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Thank
you. Thank you so much, Mr. Cham. Council, over to you.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Good morning, Mr. Cham.
Good morning.
Please, yes, please speak into the mic. You can turn it on.
Okay, I put it up now.
Yes, so if you're not speaking, you can turn it off. All right, thank you. Kindly state your full name and designation for the record. Please turn the mic on.
My name is Ibrahim Cham, and I'm currently the chairman of the board of directors of the Gambia Livestock Marketing Agency, GLMA.
Thank you. Mr. Cham, before we get into your testimony, there'll be just a couple of things I want you to confirm for the record. Did you receive a summons to come and give a statement to the team of investigators of this committee?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you give a statement?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you also receive a summons to appear and testify before this committee?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Right.
So before we move any further, kindly take this committee through your professional background. Just briefly.
Okay, I started work for this government way back in 1979 as a livestock assistant. And I worked for about 9-10 years in the field before I went out for studies for higher education. On my return, I assumed the role of a lecturer at the Gambia College for 22 years, where I rose through the ranks to become the head of school of agriculture up to 2008, when I retired voluntarily to join the GLMA as Director of Technical and Field Services. Again, there I rose through the ranks to become the Deputy Director General in late 2017. And in 2018, I retired statutorily. And after my retirement, I was offered a 2-year post-retirement contract of 2 years, which expired in 2020. And in 2022, I was appointed chairman of the board of directors of GLMA, and my highest academic qualification is a master's degree in animal science.
Thank you. Kindly give this committee a brief overview of your role as the chairman of the board of directors for the Gambia Livestock Marketing Agency.
Well, as usual, as a board, we're just responsible for oversight, advising the agency to ensure that they go by the act and they live up to the expectation of what's enshrined in the act and their conditions of services.
Thank you. Can you also just briefly inform this committee what the functions of the Gambia Livestock Marketing Agency are?
Well, I'll just summarize it. The agency was established in 2008 by an act of this National Assembly to promote the marketing and commercialization of livestock in this country and to facilitate the active participation of Gambians in the livestock trade, because it was considered by government then that the sector, though very lucrative, but it was dominated by non-Gambians. In fact, that was the rationale for establishing this agency. And the agency has 3 core functions, and that is to regulate the sector, because it was very disorganized, to promote the sector, and to facilitate the sector. In regulating the sector, the agency is charged with the responsibility of registering all the actors in the livestock marketing chain, like the livestock dealers, the butchers, the Afra vendors, in country. These are the main stakeholders. We make sure that they are all registered with the agency, and for the butchers and buffalo dealers, upon provision of a sound medical certificate, we are registered. And both Gambians and non-Gambians are registered. Again, under regulation, the agency establishes the rated price of meat, only meat, based on the broad-based consultative forum. Because you know it's a free market economy, there's no like price control, but the then government realized that meat being very important is frequently open to abuse. So they thought of a mechanism where we can control the price, but here the price is determined by the community. Like for example, GLMA just facilitates it. We'll go to a community, we invite all the stakeholders. Sometimes the meeting is chaired by the governor or the alcalde or the chief. The district authorities will be there, the women representatives, the consumers, the security, and they discuss around the retail price of meat. When they agree, then we take it down and we publish it. Like we'll say maybe in Jimara, for example, meat will be sold per kilo, the steak will be sold at that, meat and bone will be sold at that, and that is subject to review. Anytime the community feels that the tariffs should be reviewed, or when butchers feel that the tariffs should be reviewed, they come back to us, we convene another meeting. But it's not controlled by the agency. All right? Another way of regulation also, we have introduced attestation booklets. These are serialized documents purposely aimed at authenticating the purchase and movement of livestock in this country in order to curb the menace of cattle theft. So we have materials whereby you cannot move an animal from point A to point B without an attestation. So we have developed that also, and is used by all the village alcalos and all the livestock markets in this country to regulate the movement of livestock in this country. So these are the major regulatory rules that we are monitoring. Then when it comes to promotion, I mean, our problem is we depend heavily on importation of livestock, particularly during Tobaski, Ramadan, all over. In fact, we in the office, we do maybe estimate that about 70 or 75% of our slaughter stock is being imported. But if you talk to the dealers, they will tell you it's more than that. It's even more than that. Maybe 90% of what we consume here as meat is imported in this country. That's what they will tell you. And before you know that, you go to the livestock markets and check the breeds of livestock that are being sold. You know, they are not typical Ndama or Jaloke, so they are all imported. So we therefore annually or biannually we organize what we call National Livestock Day, Tobaski Ram Sale. The idea is to encourage local production through enhanced marketing of livestock. Then when you come to facilitation, their government comes in a big way. In facilitation, we develop the livestock marketing infrastructure because we found the livestock marketing infrastructure in a very bad state. Because previously they were run by the area councils, these abattoirs and butcher shops, you know, and hitherto they pay greater attention to the tax they collect, but not the actual technical aspect of it. So we have to build more abattoirs, more livestock markets, you know, for butchers, and then capacity building also is part of it. We build their capacity by training. Another aspect of capacity building is we link them to microfinance institutions to provide credit for them so that they promote their business. So in summary, this is what it's more of a service institution. It's not a business body. We don't do business. We just provide service.
Thank you very much, Mr. Cham. Mr. Cham, you mentioned earlier that you retired at the level of Deputy Director General of the agency. When were you appointed as the Deputy Director General?
It was in late 2017, because this was the time OJ was the minister. So it's late 2017. Because what happened, my former Director General was fired. Somebody replaced him. And when the government took over, many of our officers were fired. They had to reinstate them from Ministry of Agriculture. So when my boss was reinstated, then they created this vacancy of Deputy Director General for me. I think it's around August or October or September, around that year.
Around August 2017.
I think so.
All right. Thank you very much. Honorable Chair, the witness gave a statement to the investigators last week. I'm applying for the statement to be tendered and marked EC1. Yes, please. Thank you.
So,
okay, Mr. Cham. Now we can get into your testimony proper. Kindly confirm whether you, in 2017, when the new government came in, can you confirm whether you were aware of any efforts the government took to preserve the assets of the former president? Yes, to preserve, you have to use your mic, please. Yes, so any efforts the government took to preserve the assets from damage or destruction or from even being lost, any of the assets, are you aware?
yes.
You are. Are you also aware that the government established a commission of inquiry in 2017 to look into the dealings of the former president and his identification of his assets?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Mr. Cham, are you aware that in May 2017, the government, through the Attorney General at the time, instituted a suit against the former president at the High Court of the Gambia, and in so doing, obtained various orders from the High Court? Are you aware?
Okay.
Yes. Are you aware?
Yes.
Good. Are you also aware that part of those orders had to deal with the livestock agency, Gambia Livestock Marketing Agency?
Yes, we received a letter from the ministry conveying
Yes.
the High
I just
Court.
want your answer to yes or no.
Yes, yes. Okay.
Yes, okay, we will get into that. If the Secretariat can provide the witness with a copy of MOJ 5A. Mr. Cham, whilst the Secretariat is getting you a copy of the said order, have you ever seen a copy of that order? You have not?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Honorable Chair, if you can give the witness a minute or two to just take a look at the order.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Mr. Cham, are you done? Yes, you have to use the mic, please. Yes, so paragraph 4 is what?
It's a bit bulky and technical, so I'm at 4.
Okay.
Where it says that all the livestock held by or in possession or control of the respondent.
Yes, so paragraph 4 is what is actually applicable to you.
Yeah.
Have you read it?
Yes.
Okay, great. I think you can keep that. You can hold that
Okay.
copy for the time being. Mr. Cham, before we get into that order, prior to 2017 or prior to May 2017, was the agency in any way, or did the agency in any way keep a record of the livestock that was owned by the former president? Either keep a record, or was the agency in charge or supervised the control of the livestock? Your mic, please.
What happens is that we don't keep, Kalilai Family Farms is an autonomous body. So what we do is, we do frequently have requests from them, and either to purchase air tax for them and to apply the tax and things like that. So when the requests became so frequent, we decided that we should assign somebody to the farm to be helping them. And at one time also, the way they were keeping records was very poor, so we also invited their farm managers. We gave them training at Abuko, and we attached one Mr. John so that he could be helping them. So but they don't submit reports to us, and we don't know anything about what they do. I just learned about this report when this Mr. John was going away. That was the time he submitted this to me. He said, "Let me give you this because I'm going." I took this from Kanla Family Farms. The inventory that was done with the commission, and our the last census they did, I also have that. So I told him to submit all from their office and bring them to me. So he handed them over to me.
What is Mr. John's full name?
Samba.
Samba John.
But it's late, yeah.
Okay. Mr. Cham, you mentioned that Mr. John gave you reports.
Yeah, no, not a report. The statistics.
He gave you statistics?
Yes.
Do you have a copy of these statistics?
Yeah, I've submitted it.
Okay. When did Mr. John...
The hard population in Kanilai, Banjulending, and Farato. This was not even requested by the commission, but I thought it would be of help.
Okay.
To the commission.
When did Mr. John give you this?
He retired before me. He left me in the office when he was going, when I was in contact. He gave this thing to me. He said, in fact, I think this was during the political impasse in January, because he was, I think the last time when he came to my office, he said he was warned not to go to State House again because the situation there is critical. So he told me, in fact, I have their can't control the land. Nobody's taking care of the animals. So, but I can give you the last census report that we did with them, and that we did with the commission. I have all of them. I said, okay, bring them for me. So he gave them to me. I think he passed away 2 years ago, something like that.
Mr. Cham, are you referring to the report marked GLMA 7? Secretary, if you can provide the witness with
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Mr. Cham, you said that Mr. John provided this statistics to you during the political impasse.
Yes.
However, the date on this table is 18th August 2016. This was before the elections in 2016.
No, okay.
Can you just explain further? Your mic is off. It's on now.
Yeah, okay. You know, he's attached to the farm. So this is from his records. He's the one we attached to Kanilai Family Farms. Is the one who monitors the farm on our behalf.
Okay, so he's in paragraph 8 of your statement. I believe a copy of your statement was placed on the table for you.
Yeah.
Take a look at paragraph 8. You are referring to a former member, a former staff member. Is Mr. John the person you are referring to in that paragraph?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Now, Mr. Cham, let's go back to the order of the High Court. When did GLMA become aware of the order of the High Court? When did you receive information about this order?
It was in June, because I received the letter in June.
You received a letter in June.
Yes, from the ministry
Which ministry?
of Agriculture.
Okay. Mr. Cham, when you received a letter from the Ministry of Agriculture, Honorable Chair, well, can I have the marker? Sorry. Honorable Chair, this letter is marked as GLMA 2. Yes. Mr. Cham, when you received this letter in June 2017, what was GLMA's next course of action after receiving this letter?
When we received the letter, I think we met over it to discuss as to what to do.
Sorry, when you say we met over it, who met over it?
Myself and my DG at the time.
Okay.
You know, I was not the DG.
Yes.
I was just assigned to write on his behalf. He called me, we read the letter together. But we found the content to be ambiguous.
To be?
Ambiguous.
Okay.
Because it was a very short letter. What was stated on the letter was to take charge of the former president's livestock without any further explanation.
Mm-hmm.
And what I understood by that is to assume control or responsibility of the president's livestock. Mm-hmm. That was my understanding. But if you check the letter, it was copied to nobody. The letter was copied to nobody.
Okay.
All right? There was no TOR attached. Then our major concern was these animals were at the time in other people's custody. And if you are to take control over them, we have to approach those people. But how do we approach them if they are not in the know? So we thought the custodians at the time should have been notified that these people are coming to take these animals from you. And failure to copy the CDS, I saw that to be a major oversight, because in Kanilai there are soldiers. These animals were in Kanilai. You don't know us, small people like us walked into a military camp and say, the situation then, we have come to take these animals. I think the CDS should have been informed, and it filters down to the camp commander in Kanilai. That was not done. All right, these are animate objects. They are living things. They are not bags of rice or iron or so. They are living things. We assume, according to that statistics, over thousands were there, scattered all over the place. If you are to take control over them, For how long? We have to know the duration so that we can prepare for lesser logistics, because they are living animals. When they are held, they have to be fed, watered, nursed, and things like that. No idea was given about that. And secondly, we needed security escort, because we knew at that time some people were not happy about this change. You cannot walk in the bush and say, I'm going to take this. You don't have any security escort. So that also was a very big concern for us. So that's why I wrote back to the ministry for clarity.
Okay, Mr. Chan. The letter from the Ministry of Agriculture, it states that the second paragraph, you have a copy of the letter, right?
Yes.
Okay. The second paragraph of the letter states that this is a court order that should be honored accordingly. A copy of the order is hereby attached for your perusal. Mr. Cham, earlier you said you had, when the Secretariat gave you a copy of the order, you said you have never seen a copy of that order, but this letter is saying that a copy was attached and sent to you, or sent to the agency. Can you explain?
No. It was never attached.
Okay.
And with my administration, with my experience, you cannot attach a court order and then I write back to you, a whole ministry, tell you that you have not attached it.
Okay.
I mean, you cannot understand.
All right. So, Mr. Chan, you responded to the letter. You responded on behalf of the Director General at the time. This response, you first stated that when you received the letter, you had a meeting with the DG. Were other individuals involved in the agency in this meeting? Were they present? So it's just the two of you. Okay, so when you had this meeting and decided to respond to this letter, you stated there are two things you requested for from the ministry. You said, one, the modalities and conditions for implementing the assignment, and number two, of course, the copy of the said order. What was the ministry's response to your letter?
Okay, before I come to that, in fact, I had sent more information to that. I don't know whether you have that attachment.
Yes, we will get to the attachment. I just want you to.
And in my response, what's the question again? Sorry.
Yes, so I said in your response to the ministry, you can take a look. It's also attached to the documents given to you.
I have it.
Yes. You have it there?
Yes, I think I have. Yes, I have it.
You do, yes.
So the court order, yes, a copy of the court order cited in your letter was inadvertently not attached.
Exactly, and the first one, you stated modalities and conditions for implementing the assignment. So
it was spelled out in the letter.
Yes, it was not spelled out in the letter. And then you went further to propose modalities to the ministry.
Just to educate them.
Yes. You wanted to educate the ministry.
Of course.
Yes.
To take their full responsibility.
All right, no problem. So after you proposed this and the letter was sent out, it's dated 5th of June 2017. Did you receive a response from the Ministry of Agriculture at the time?
No, ma'am. And in fact, in that response, I copied the Honorable Minister, which I should not have done.
Okay, why? Can you please explain?
These are administrative matters. But I copied the Minister deliberately because of the urgency attached to the mission, so that we could prevail on his permanent secretary to attend to our letter, to address our concerns.
Okay, so did the ministry respond?
No, ma'am, they did not.
So after the ministry's failure to respond to your letter, did you follow up with the ministry for response?
No. Well, I could say it was a reminder, because when the lead counsel of the Janneh Commission wrote to us on the same issue.
Sorry, Mr. Cham, we will get to that point.
Okay.
I just want to know, after you wrote this letter on the 5th of June, 2017, that is the date on this letter, after you did that and you did not receive a reply from the ministry after a week, 2 weeks, after a month, did you take any initiative to write back to the ministry or communicate to the ministry in any way with regarding what you have proposed and the content of the order of the High Court?
No, no, officially, no.
Unofficially?
No, I did not write.
So the agency did not take any other initiative. Mr. Cham, you've stated that a copy of the order was not attached to the letter. That is very clear. But the agency was aware of the existence of a court order that applies to it, isn't it?
According to the ministry.
Yes.
Yes.
So when the Ministry of Agriculture failed to reply to the agency's letter in June, did the agency try to reach out maybe to the Attorney General or to the High Court to obtain a copy of this order?
No, we did not write to the Attorney General because the line of communication was between us and the ministry, and nobody was copied our letter, so we could not go outside that communication linkage. And as I told you, that's why even the minister had to involve the minister in this.
Okay, Mr. Cham, since you stated that you cannot speak to the Attorney General about it, did you try to go to the High Court to obtain a copy of this order?
Myself.
Yourself or the agency itself at the time?
No.
Mr. Cham, was that not a little bit concerning to the agency that they've received information about a court order that concerns the agency and livestock of the former president, but the agency decided it had no interest in gathering or obtaining further information with regards to that said order? Was that not of any concern to you?
No, because at the time, we considered we were not written to by the High Court. If at all the letter came directly from the High Court, yes, you can hold us responsible for not going back to the High Court to demand. But this was through the ministry, and that's why, because it's our line ministry. So that's why we channel all our communication through our line ministry. That did not come to my mind that I should go straight to the High Court and demand it directly. They could have even referred me back to the ministry.
Yes, Mr. Cham, but the agency is established. You stated earlier in your introductions that the agency was established by an act of National Assembly.
Yes.
And thereby being independent. Yes, you have a line ministry, but the agency is independent, isn't it? And if your line ministry gives you information or even a hint, wasn't the agency supposed to act and try to gather more information, obtain more information with regarding that order?
But that's what I'm saying. We tried as much as possible, and that's why I said I gave you a proposed list of what the ministry is supposed to do.
Yes, I understand.
But they did not respond, and definitely that's what I could have done under these circumstances.
Yeah, Mr. Chan, you're saying you tried as much as possible, but your trying was limited to one letter written to the agency.
Yes.
It did not occur to the agency at the time to write another letter, a follow-up letter, after the letter of 5th of June, 2017?
As a reminder?
To the ministry?
No, we did not.
Why? Is it that the agency did not deem the subject matter of the ministry's letter of 2nd June 2017 important enough?
Very important. As I said, that was why I had to involve the minister into this thing.
Yes.
And he said I should not mention that. But even the letter we got from the High Court was copied to the Permanent Secretary. Again, as a reminder.
You got a letter from the High Court?
from Janneh Commission.
Yes, I said I'm not saying we should not get into it at all. We will get there.
Yeah,
we
I just want to that letter was again my response to the lead counsel was also copied to the PS again so that he can reflect that this thing is still pending.
Okay, Mr. Cham. But if you say that you did your best or you've done all that was possible at the time, it's a little bit baffling to me that considering one letter you deem one letter and the proposed modalities as sufficient. Because if you're referring, let's get to the letter from the Janneh Commission. That letter is dated 6th of October 2017. The letter from the Ministry of Agriculture is dated 2nd June 2017. That is a little over 3 months. Actually, 4 months, if I'm not wrong. 4 months between these two letters. Then, after receiving the letter of the Commission, didn't the agency also think that it was very important to act on the letter received on the 2nd of June?
I wrote, sorry, we reply on the 5th. The letter was written to us, we received it on the 2nd of June. We met the following day, the next day I wrote, because of the urgency attached to it.
Yes, Mr. Cham, but the problem here is that after the 5th of June, yes, you copied the minister, even your board chair. I can see you copied your board chair at the time, and you even copied the Minister of Agriculture himself after writing to the permanent secretary. Why didn't the agency try to write again after the 5th of June? Maybe write in July, in August, in September?
Okay. That did not occur to us. We never thought about that. We thought we have done our part and the ministry also should do their part to reciprocate.
Did the agency ever avert its mind to the fact that there might have been or there may be consequences that will arise from inaction of the agency with regards to the order of the High Court?
No, because we thought we acted in good time, and the only problem was lack of clarity. We could have acted swiftly if the clarification we sought was addressed.
Mr. Cham, what do you think are the consequences of not adhering to an order of the High Court?
Very serious, because I even told the investigators, we are not, you cannot, disobey, the order of the High Court. I think
Please continue, yeah.
As a layman, I think you can only challenge the order of a High Court at either the Court of Appeal or Supreme Court. So that is no joke. We are aware, but as I told you, we are also trying to run away from situations that could jeopardize our future. Like you are given a sentence without clarity, you go and do what you think is supposed to be done. As you lawyers say, ignorance of the law is no excuse. We are also trying to run away from, implicating ourselves. That's why we are looking for clarity at all costs before we go and put ourselves in trouble tomorrow, like today.
So, Mr. Cham, the inaction of the agency at the time, didn't you think that was also a way of the agency implicating itself in this issue?
The election was due to the fact that we didn't know where to start, we didn't know what to do. Go and take charge of the president's livestock. How? You go to Kalila, there are military, you tell them that I'm from GLMA, I'm asked to take these animals from you. They think you are crazy. Because the letter we have is not coming to the CBS or the camp commander in Kalila. 3,000 cattle will take care of them. What will you do with them? These are living things, they are animals. Who's going to take care of them? We refuse reports that some of the herdsmen have even abandoned the herds because they were not paid for a long time. What are you going to have? How are you going to keep them? For how long? Do we have that manpower? So if all that thing was paid out, we can also, even if we don't have the resources, we can design our own logistics to see how best we can take care of 3,000 cattle before, even if 1 year. If animals die, we postmortem them and write their postmortem reports. Tomorrow, if they ask us to hand over the animals, we say we took 2,000 animals, but we are left with only 2,700 because the 3,000 died as a result of this postmortem result.
Mr. Chairman, let's go to the modalities that you attached to your letter to the Ministry of Agriculture. Can you turn to that, please? Mr. Chairman, from the content of this proposal that you sent to the Ministry of Agriculture and what you're saying now, to me, it's very clear that the agency knew exactly what to do with the livestock. The issue here, from what I'm getting from you, is that there were logistical problems that the agency was facing, and maybe issues of security. Am I correct?
I've explained a lot of uncertainties about this, so you just speak to, I don't know.
Mr. Chairman, please answer the question. The question is, from the proposal attached to your response to the Ministry of Agriculture, and from what you've said here, the agency knew at the time very well what it needed to do to take custody of the livestock at these farms. The only issue, from what I am getting here, or the two issues that the agency had, from what I'm getting here, is that one is logistics, and two, maybe security issues, is what, from what I'm getting, is these were the agency's main concerns at the time.
And the custodians also.
Yes.
The people in custody at the time.
That's why I said security, because you said the security.
No, security escort.
Not security escort, but security at the farms and just escorting is all put together as security.
Okay.
Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Because we are livestock.
Please continue.
It's a work. So we assume that when you are asked to take care of animals, you have to feed them, you have to water them, you have to treat them when you are sick and so forth. So we assume that those things, must be done.
Well, Mr. Chairman. So, Mr. Chairman, in paragraph 2 of your statement, you can take a look. And you've also stated it here. You state that the letter, here you're referring to the letter from the Ministry of Agriculture, was not copied to any relevant stakeholders such as the CDS, the Chief of Defense Staff, which I believe was a major oversight considering the animals were under the custody of soldiers. Mr. Chairman, how did the agency learn that the animals or the livestock were in custody of soldiers when you said earlier that there were farm managers and that even a staff of GLMA used to work at Kanilai or was stationed at Kanilai?
At Kanilai, there are various huts, all right? But their security lies in the hands of the soldiers who were there, especially during that critical time.
You said various herds. How many herds were there? Do you know?
I don't know. But I understand you don't have one herd in Kanilai.
Okay.
So the president used to separate his herds. Maybe he'll put the suckling cows in one area, maybe the other breeding in one area, the other cows in one area, something like that, as they used to tell me.
So, Mr. Cham, have you ever visited the Kanilai farm?
Once in my life, once.
When was that?
They were sent there for tagging. So my boss asked me to go there and supervise them.
When was this?
I could,
Sorry, let me clarify. Was the tagging exercise at the time, done at the time when the former president was around, or was this after?
this was when he was around.
Okay, so you went there for a tagging exercise?
Yeah, I think he bought a lot of animals that trip. So he said before they would include them into his herd, they should be tagged.
Okay.
So they asked me to go there and supervise. We sent 3 people there. He said, go there and supervise them.
Mr. Cham, at the time you went to Kanilai, when the former president was around, can you remember how many herds were there?
No. Then, the moment we found the animals, these were newly purchased animals.
Okay.
He ordered them. So we were led by the late General Borar Koli. The moment he took us to the farm, the animals were enclosed. So they tagged them before he included them in the herd.
So the new animals were separated from the existing?
They were new arrivals,
okay.
yeah. He purchased them newly.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Cham, you also mentioned farm managers. So the farm managers, were they different from the soldiers that were securing these herds?
Yes, because I remember in Farato, the guy we found there as a farm manager, he said he was a retired soldier. But there are soldiers there, but they said he's the farm manager.
Farm manager?
Yeah.
In Farato?
Farato, yes.
What about in Kanilai? Were the farm managers different from the soldiers?
Kanilai, I don't know the farm manager. In fact, when we are led to Kanilai, we are just led by the commission. We just entered and we started work. I know we were assisted by 2 soldiers. I can remember 2 soldiers assisted us.
Did you find the soldiers there, or did you go with them?
No, we found them there. They were in civilian clothes. But
Okay.
through our conversation, we realized that they are soldiers.
Okay.
They were soldiers, but they were doing their work, personal work.
Mr. Cham, you mentioned that you've been to Kanilai whilst the former president was still in power. Did you ever visit any other farm that you were told is owned by the former president at the time he was around, to either take inventory or just supervise the livestock?
No.
You've only ever been to Kanilai?
Yes, once.
After the former president left, did you visit any other farm apart from Kanilai where livestock was being held?
Yes.
How many farms?
Bajulending and Farad.
Only those 2?
Yes.
And you found livestock there?
Yes.
Mr. Cham, can you please clarify for this committee the type of livestock you found in Kanilai and in Farato and Banjulinding when you went there?
In Kanilai, basically these are our native breeds, like Dama and Dama crossbreeds.
Sorry, Mr. Cham, when I say the type, I mean, were they cows, sheep, goats? What type?
Okay, I cannot remember seeing any sheep or goats in Kanilai. It's just cattle.
Just cattle?
Yes. And Farato, we saw only cattle and few I think these are wool sheep.
In Farato?
Yeah, very few, I don't know, 3 or 4, they look sickly. And in Banjulinding's cattle. It's my neighbor staff me very well. We don't even look at them, just cattle.
You did not look at the sheep?
No, we did not take they are about 2 or 3, they are wool sheep. These Moroccan beads, or I don't know, but they even look very weak.
Okay.
So they could have died even after this thing. But no, this wool sheep, if they are infested with ticks, or they die, especially during this thing.
Especially during the
hot weather.
Okay.
Yeah. They look sick. 2 or 3. They are no more than 3.
But this was not included in your exercise?
No.
Is there any reason why they were not included in the exercise?
We saw them lying just like sick or something like that, and we were not showing those animals. We just went to the cattle.
Okay, Mr. Chan. Mr. Cham, you mentioned that Mr. John, is it Samba John? Yes, Samba John was attached to Kanilai. When was Mr. John attached there?
I think this was around the moment, I couldn't remember the exact year, and it was not a formal attachment, like written paid allowance, we posted him there, no. Because President's demands from Kanilai were too frequent, and we wanted somebody who is focused, who will take care of, their problems. So anytime a request comes, we tell him to go there. Anytime a request comes, we refer him to go there. But he was not officially attached there, just like a focal person or something like that. Sometimes if he needs more hand, we add 2 or 3 staff to go and help him. Like if the animals to be tagged are many, he will attach to other people, because there is a permanent livestock assistant also attached who takes care about the health, monitoring and health and feeding. He is from the Department of Livestock Service. He is even a resident in Kanilai. Or somebody, he just goes as and when his service is required.
Okay. So, apart from this statistic that Mr. John gave you at the time of his retirement, did Mr. John ever give you any other statistic or report regarding the livestock in Kanilai?
No, because as I said, Kanilai, they operate on their own. The relationship we have with them is when they need our service. Sometimes when the president makes special orders, even livestock. Sometimes we purchase livestock for him. Sometimes we slaughter hundreds of animals for him under his request and all those things. So that's the only time we do, and then we hand over to Kanilai. We just work based on his request.
Okay. All right. So these needs that they were having every time, how were they communicating this to the agency? Would they call? Would they write?
They don't write. Sometimes the chief of protocol who calls and said, President wants A, B, and C. So we do it.
And then you send Mr. John?
Yes. Sometimes, in fact, sometimes Mr. John reports directly to the State House. For a week or so, we don't see him. That is when the president is buying animals, or he needs to tag animals for him, or he has a special occasion to select some animals for that occasion. John will go there and help them select and things like that. So even during the impasse, he was warned to stay away. He was reporting there daily.
During the political impasse, he was reporting to State House daily?
He came to my office, he said, I'm not going to this place anymore. I said, why? He said, they warned him.
Please speak closer to the mic.
Yeah. He said I was warned today not to go there again. I told him the condition is not, you know what happened, go stay away. He said even they warned me today that I should not go there anymore.
So he was warned to stay away?
Yes.
Yeah.
So they are his friends.
Mr. Cham, did any of those special occasions include festivities like the Tobaski, where Mr. Asked to report to State House or the farm
In fact,
for a certain period of time?
including myself, sometimes I'm co-opted. Like
You are co-opted to also report to the farm?
to do business for the president. So sometimes.
Is it for Tobaski or any other occasion?
For Tobaski, 20, like for example, 2012 Tobaski, all the rams he gave away for 1/6. We purchased them, 2,000 rams.
So the president had rams at his farms?
No. We purchased the rams and delivered them to the State House.
Where did you purchase the rams from?
We started in Mauritania, and then we ended up in Senegal. In fact, in Mauritania, when I was even against going to Mauritania, I proposed it and I was warned, seriously, that the man has in Mauritania, he has in Senegal. Who are you to say that he should not purchase animals in Mauritania? But when we went to Mauritania, I did my research, and I maintained my stand. I wrote to the State House, to him, that we should not buy animals here. We should buy animals in Senegal. The team asked me then, you will write? I said, I will write. I wrote and I gave my reasons. The following day he replied, he even called me, and he accepted my recommendation. So we spent 4 days in Mauritania. We came to Senegal. We bought the rams, 2,000 rams in 2 days, because he gave us a deadline, and we delivered everything to the State House. So sometimes if the load is heavy, I will join him, all right? But if it is light, John alone will go.
Okay, so Mr. Cham, after the rams were bought and brought to State House, were you involved in the sale of the rams here in the Gambia?
No.
Do you know whether the president sold all those 2,000 rams, or did he keep some for his farms?
Well, as far as I know, they said it's for 1/6. I was not there, and I understand people were going there, especially they were giving them rams. So I don't know whether he sold some, I don't know. In fact, he even sent a truck to Abuko to buy groundnut here. And John was running around to buy groundnut here and all those things. I never went there. The moment we delivered the animals, that was the last day I went there. So, but I heard that it was 1/6.
Well, Mr. Cham, that bulky document you have before you, turn to the page marked MOJ 8F1. And when you get to that page, please turn to, so when you get to that document, please turn to the third page. (8F1), the third page of MOJ 8F1. It's on the letterhead of the Commission of Inquiry. Mr. Cham, you've turned to the third page, right?
I don't know.
It's on the letterhead of the Commission of Inquiry.
Yes.
Title is Interim Orders RA Livestock Kept by the Ex-President Janneh. Is that it? Is that what you're looking at? At the top of the document.
In the Commission of Inquiry issued under the Constitution of
Yes,
the
8F1, third page.
8F1.
Yes, third page.
Okay.
It's a series of documents. I believe you're at the third page now.
Yes.
Is it?
Interim orders of livestock kept by
Exactly. Ms. Honorable Chair, Mr. Cham, have you ever seen a copy of that order?
This one?
Yes.
No.
Okay, Ms. Honorable Chair, can we give the witness a minute or two to take a look at the order and then we continue?
Yeah, noted. That's fine.
Mr. Cham, are you done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Cham, you've stated that you've never seen a copy of this order.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes.
You have never, this is your first time?
I'm seeing it for the first time.
Okay. Mr. Cham, as you can see, this is an order of the Commission of Inquiry, the Janneh Commission. And there's a paragraph on this order that specifically mentions the agency. It says the Director of Livestock is hereby invited to advise the Commission on the best approach to valuing and selling the animals to the best advantage. Mr. Cham, did the Commission of Inquiry ever get in touch with you? By you, I mean the agency.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How did they get in touch with you?
We were summoned to their office.
Sorry?
We were summoned.
You were summoned
Yes.
to appear at the commission.
Well, I don't know whether I used the right word. Anyway, we are invited.
Okay. So, Mr. Cham, when were you invited to the Commission of Inquiry?
before, I think this was before after my letter to the lead council. You know, the lead council wrote to us.
The lead council wrote to you?
Yes, requesting an update on the livestock.
Okay.
Then I wrote to her. I replied to her letter stating that we have not done.
So, Mr. Chan, from your submissions, let me just guide the committee. The letter from the commission written on the hand of or by the hand of the lead counsel is dated 6th of October. There's a copy for you. Honorable Chair, this is marked as, I believe, is it? GLMA 4, I believe. Actually, 5. Yes, the letter he's referring to from the Commission of Inquiry, written by the lead counsel, is marked GLMA 5. Yes, Mr. Chan, please continue. So you received this letter from the Commission. It's dated 6th of October 2017. Was it received on the same day? Take a look.
6th October 2017. And I replied 11 October 2017.
Yes. Mr. Chairman, when you stated earlier that when you received the letter from the Ministry of Agriculture, you had a meeting with the DG to discuss the letter and what the reply would be, isn't it? When you received this letter from the Commission, the Commission's lead counsel, what did the agency do?
I replied.
Before replying, what did the agency do?
When my boss received the letter, he called me. He said, well, the commission is requesting for an update on the president's livestock. So he told me maybe they are not aware of our problems. We are encountering about this assignment. So I think you should write to the lead council and explain our problems. Maybe they'll understand us better. So that's why I replied. Okay,
Mr. Chairman, before we get into your invitation to the commission, after the agency received this letter from the commission, this is 4 months after the order of the High Court was issued. Actually, a little bit more than 4 months after the order of the High Court. Did the agency try to find a way or try to mitigate the circumstances regarding the not taking custody and control of the livestock?
In interim?
After the letter from the commission. When the letter from the commission was received, and now the agency is aware that, okay, there's a commission of inquiry, they're asking for updates. Because according to the order of the High Court, the agency was supposed to take control and custody, as communicated to the agency as well by the Ministry of Agriculture. Did the agency ever avert its mind to the importance or the need at the time in October of whether it should take custody of the animals at that point, or did the agency just say, you know what, let's just reply to council and say we did not take custody?
No, the lead counsel asked us about something. Then we wrote and explained our predicament. All right? And then she called us to a meeting.
So, Mr. Chair, I'm sorry, before we get to the meeting, my question is, did the agency even realize the importance of what was going on when they received the letter. You know, you received the letter, of course, you have to communicate your stance, and you also communicated the fact that you were made aware of this order by the Ministry of Agriculture, which you responded to that letter. So my question here is, did the agency at the time, when it received this letter from the Commission of Inquiry, did it think, or did the agency not think that it's important to now do something with regards to the, apart from replying to the letter, do something with regards to the taking custody and control of the livestock?
Very well. In fact, I think in my closing paragraph, I mentioned to me that we are more than willing to take up the assignment as soon as this clarification is done. We are ready.
So after the agency replied to the Commission's letter, or the letter from the lead counsel, the agency's reply is dated 11th October. What happened after that? After the agency sent its reply?
Yes. I think my boss called me into his office and said, the lead counsel wants you to go there.
He specified you?
You know, the author of the letter.
Okay.
Because he said he could not understand what I meant.
Who did not understand what you meant? The lead counsel?
Yes.
Okay.
That's why he wanted me personally to go.
And did you go?
Yes, I went.
Okay. What happened after that? What happened when you went to the commission?
When I went there, she received me in her office. But she was not alone. She was there with, I think, a team of lawyers, or her team also. Anyway, I suppose it was her team. Then she acknowledged receipt of my reply. And
Mr. Chan, please, you can pull the mic closer to you, or you can move your chair closer to the desk. Yes.
Then she acknowledged receipt of my reply and said, "Can you explain further? I don't really get what you mean." No, then I reiterated the logistical bottlenecks and the lack of clarity. Then he also expressed concern over what was going on, that this thing has taken too long, and they are incurring losses. They have received reports that they are incurring losses, and they are no longer prepared to incur any more losses. So he told me, "Are you now prepared to assist the commission? Because we will also look into, I mean, the conditions you claiming to be clarified. So if that is done, are you prepared? Are you people ready?" I said, "We are more than ready." So that was the time he called the secretary to the commission, that is Mamadi Kurang, to his office. Said, "Mamadi, these are the people from livestock. They are here to assist the commission on this cattle thing." So he asked us to go with Kurang to his office and work out coordinate with him. We work out the logistics and modalities and embark on the mission as soon as possible. Then we went to Kurang's office for a briefing, and there our mandate was clearly spelled out by him.
Sorry, Mr. Chan, before you proceed any further, when you say the lead counsel said they were incurring losses, who is they?
But I suppose the commission or the state, that the animals are dying or something like that. That's what I understand.
That is what you understood from
Yes.
they to mean the commission?
Yes.
Okay.
Or the nation or...
So, Mr. Cham, you said that lead counsel was with a team. Did you attend this meeting alone, or were you accompanied by any other officials from the agency?
I was accompanied by our field supervisor or coordinator, field supervisor.
And who is he? What's his name?
Abdullah Manja.
Abdullah Manja.
Yes.
Okay. Please continue. You stopped at the point you said you went to speak to the secretary to the commission in his own office. Okay. Please continue from there.
Then he told us that these animals are going to be sold. And what the commission requires from GLMA is to assist them in estimating the prices of the livestock. But they will keep the records. They will do the recording and they will keep the records with them.
He specifically told you, the secretary specifically told you that the commission will keep records when you go and do the value.
They will take all the values and records, and record keeping is their domain. We'll just go there and advise them on the pricing.
What was your response to that statement? That the agency will accompany the commission to visit these farms, take a look at the animals, tag and value, but it's the commission that will keep records. What was your response to that?
No, I did not respond because my perception then, it was a commission of inquiry.
Okay.
My perception was, since it's a commission of inquiry, they don't want their records, all right, their information to be shared with any outsider before the conclusion of their work. That was my perception. So I just kept quiet.
Okay, you kept quiet, but were you not concerned at the time that the agency was being asked not to keep a record of the exercise that was to be done?
Honestly, no. Because, I mean, for me, I take all commissions of inquiry to be credible. Like here, for example, if, I mean, the secretary should ask me to submit a document to him, maybe a soft copy of these statistics I give you, I assume that maybe he needs the record for his report writing. All right? I would have 2 months.
Yes, Mr. Cham, but in that instance, you would have, whatever you're submitting, you would also have a copy of it and you will keep it. But in this instance, at the time, the agency was being invited, right?
Yes.
And you happen to represent the agency there at that meeting. Or even at the exercise itself. Didn't the agency have any concerns when it came to record keeping? Or is the agency in the habit of conducting exercises and not keeping reports or record of it?
In fact, we have never conducted such an exercise in the whole life of the agency.
Okay.
So in this case, as I told you, this is a commission of inquiry. So my perception then was maybe for the purpose of, how do you call it, secrecy or accountability, not accountability, confidentiality. For the purpose of confidentiality, they don't want their records to be seen or known to anybody before the conclusion of their this thing. This is why they don't want us to have any hand in their records.
I understand.
That's what my perception.
Yes, but you have to understand, at the time you were not taking records from the commission. The records I am talking about, or I'm referring to here, are records of animals outside the commission, right? The agency is an independent agency established by an act of National Assembly, invited by the Janneh Commission through an order of the commission, which you are saying that the commission never even served to the agency. But still, the agency was invited to participate in this exercise. And as an independent institution established by an act of National Assembly, why is it that the agency did not try to keep its own record, to say that yes, the agency took part in this and this is what we found. Let us do this and keep it for ourselves. And this will in no way, shape or form affect the work of the commission. Didn't the agency try to do that, and why?
As I told you, we saw ourselves as invitees and we are given a task to do for them. They define the task. That is, what we want from you is to estimate the values of these animals. But we have our records. We will take the records and we keep the records. You just estimate the price for us. So at that juncture, I did not feel otherwise, actually, because I did not feel otherwise.
As an experienced administrator at the time, you also did not feel otherwise, like you say, to not keep record of what the activities of the agency were.
If it were an ordinary body, I would have, but this is a commission of inquiry established by law. That is a fact-finding mission. I don't expect otherwise. If I was invited by a company or something like that, maybe foreseeing accountability, but this is law. This are institution that has been established to find out facts, to come out with the truth. Okay. So I don't expect any type of malpractice or anything. That my mind did not go to that.
So, Mr. Chairman, you said earlier that during the entire life of the agency, from 2008, since it was established in 2008, to date, the agency has never been involved in such an exercise like it did in 2017.
Valuation?
Yes.
No.
And valuation and tagging of animals.
No, we tag animals. But
sorry, valuation of animals to be sold by...
No.
Yes. So, Mr. Chairman, that's a special exercise for the agency. Do you agree with me that that exercise was something special for the agents, isn't it? Yes or no? Speaking to the mic.
Yes, it's special.
Yes.
Valuation is a professional specialized area.
Okay. So, Mr. Chairman, as a special exercise, didn't the agency ever want to keep record of this exercise for its own institutional memory or history or whatever?
No, I don't think so, because what happens, what happens is we even have to co-opt a private dealer to assist us in this because of the lack of experience or expertise. So since these records are mentioned, we are going to keep our records. We already have developed our tools. So that really compromised any other thought that maybe I said maybe is for the purpose of confidentiality. They don't want maybe anybody to take these records outside before they complete their mission.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, after your meeting with the lead counsel and secretary to the commission, did you report back to your Director General?
Yes, I reported.
Did you inform the Director General of what the secretary to the commission informed you, that it is the commission that is going to take a record and keep report of the exercise? What was his?
I told him, they said all what they want from GLMA is to help them estimate the prices for them because the animals are going to be sold. That's what I told him. He said, well, that's simple.
Was this ever put in writing by the commission?
No, I said after our briefing with the lead counsel.
Yes.
She called in Mawadi Kurang. We went into Mawadi Kurang's office, and there she proposed this.
In the conversation you had with the lead counsel in her office, was Mr. Kurang present or did he come after the briefing?
No, Kurang was not there. The lead counsel was just there with her staff.
Okay.
So after our, he said, this thing is taking a long time, we are getting concerned. Are you now prepared to assist? I said yes. That was the time he called Kurang. He said, go with him to his office.
Okay. Mr. Cham, did the agency ever request for these communications to be put in writing from the commission?
This communication?
Yes, the the communication from the secretary to the commission saying that the records are to be taken and kept by the commission itself. Didn't you not require or request for the secretary to put that in writing and send to the commission, to the agency?
When he said that? No, I did not.
You did not?
No.
You did not deem that necessary?
No, as I told you, I never thought that maybe such a situation would arise, and I had no two minds since, just as I tell you, if this commission should ask me to do something, I'll do it, because I take it as, a credible body, so I would have two minds to do, especially if I'm summoned to the Least Council's office and they give me a directive. I don't think I can turn it down there and there. You have to write to me before I do this, something like that. It did not occur to me.
Okay.
Because I was never expecting anything
to happen. But did not occur to you at the time, but now, in hindsight, do you think this was necessary?
It was. It was. And even you see, our involvement was treated as very superficial in this, because even after the conduct of the sales, when they started the sales, I called the secretary. I told him that somebody said, you people are selling these animals. He said, yes. I said, but I think we should have been there to advise you properly on the valuations, since we were physically there. He said, he told me, no, you should not be there because your role is merely advisory. So that also made us to really feel that we are very superficial in this.
Mr. Sham, at the point you made that telephone conversation, the agency had already assisted in tagging and valuing the cattle, isn't it?
Which conversation?
This telephone conversation you're talking about, that you called, when you learned about the sales of the cattle, you called the secretary.
That was after,
at the time, right? You had already participated in a tagging and valuation exercise,
yes, that was
isn't
after.
it?
That was after.
So why were you concerned about the value at the point of sale? The value of the cattle at the point of sale?
No, because I thought we were at the valuation, and it was a very critical, you had a lot of animals, and we were there, the animals were never weighed. So we were there to categorize the animals in sizes and suggest a price for these animals. So we believe, if not all of us were there, some of us should be there to validate what we did during the exercise. Just not to have hands in the sale, but at least we could, advise. When they were selling, we could advise on the valuation. I think we could have done that, because I really feel more about that now when I heard that from social media that the animals, some of the animals were undervalued when they were sold, until somebody, an outsider, had to call their attention to tell them that no, this thing is undervalued. We are selling these things cheap. You should increase your hand. You should sell this. That I got frustrated. I said, look, if you were there, maybe that thing would not have happened.
Okay, Mr. Cham, now let's get to just one question before we go into the tagging activity or the tagging exercise. Can you remember the date of your meeting with the lead counsel and the secretary to the commission?
No, but it was after
the letter.
Her letter.
Okay, so your letter was
after my reply. Sorry,
after your reply to the lead counsel, which was which is dated 11th of October 2017.
Yeah. And you can see this same letter also is copied to the permanent secretary of
I
the
can
court.
see that, and the board chair of the chair of your board. Okay. So, Mr. Cham, you said that you've never seen a copy of this order, but that's the order that it's dated 11th of December 2017. When did the tagging exercise commence?
The very date.
Yes, can you remember?
I cannot remember.
You cannot remember? No. Okay, Mr. Cham.
I don't have the records.
In your statement, you stated that paragraph 4, you can take a look. In paragraph 4, you stated, Mr. Kurang asked us to assess the commission by estimating the value of the animals for recording purposes. He provided us with fuel coupons and logistical arrangements, including a convoy escorted by the paramilitary officers. Right?
Yes.
So when you say logistical arrangements, what do you mean?
No, they are.
Apart from the fuel coupons.
Well, we discussed the big arrangement for the. No, in fact, we exchange telephone numbers so that we can agree on the departure place and the departure time.
When did you exchange telephone numbers?
There.
The day of the meeting?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
continue, please.
And well, I'll call him in the evening. He will tell me the departure time. I'll rush to the office, sign, and then pick Mr. John. Then we rush to this place, Jar Oil, Brikama. Then he will come. His convoy will follow, and the paramilitary will be behind us. That's all. And we go, they lead us.
Okay, Mr. Cham, how many days did it take you, by you I mean the agency, your team, and the commission to conduct and conclude the valuation exercise?
If my memory serves me well, I think it's 5 days. If my memory serves me well.
Okay, it took you 5 days.
Yes.
And how many officials from the agency took part in this exercise?
Myself, the late Samba John, who is the staff of GLMA, Sirifba, who is the staff of Department of Livestock Services, Buba Kota, who is a livestock dealer at the Brikama market, and my driver, Samba Sow.
So 5 officials from the agency.
Yes.
But you mentioned somebody from the Department of Livestock.
Yes.
So was he invited as specifically by the commission, or was he invited by GLMA?
No, by GLMA. And the reason why I did that, because he was a resident in Kanilai, he was the one monitoring the health of those animals. So that's why I thought it's necessary to include him.
Can you please state his name again for the record? Shirif Ba,
Yes.
from the Department of Livestock.
Livestock Services.
Okay, that is under the Ministry of Agriculture.
Yes?
Am I correct?
Yes.
Very well. You also mentioned Mr. Buba Korta,
Yes.
a livestock dealer, and
Yes.
earlier you had stated that he's a private individual.
Yes.
Isn't it? Mr. Cham, can you explain to this committee why the agency decided to use a private dealer to take part in this exercise, tagging and valuation?
Okay. Thank you. You know, as I said before, the agency is not a business or institution.
So, Mr. Cham, can you speak into the mic?
The agency
Yeah.
is not a marketing institution. It's a marketing support institution. So we have no expertise whatsoever in marketing, and it's not part of our function. But however, whenever we were confronted or marketing functions imposed on the agency, we try to implement it through the assistance of our stakeholders. Like, for example, this guy is a dealer, almost week in, week out. He is always at the Lumos in Gambia or in Senegal buying animals. He has been in the cattle business for years. So when it comes to pricing, I think he could better use his experience and guide us. Because like me and Mr. John, we are the ones who normally purchase animals on behalf of government or on behalf of the former president. But the last time I was in the market with Mr. John was in 2012, and even there, we had to co-opt a dealer called Janneh. He's a private dealer. He was the one who would assist us in selection and pricing, because bargaining requires special skills. One, you have to speak the seller's language fluently, and you have to be au fait with what obtains in the market regularly, so that you can bargain. Otherwise, you can go and buy a ram worth maybe 5,000, they sell to you at 10,000. So this is why whenever we have marketing functions, we co-opt one of our stakeholders, because these are people we train, we capacitize, we work with them. When we are doing our registration or licensing, these are the people who work with us. We build their markets, we build their abattoirs, we link them to finance institutions, so they are just like a family with us.
Mr. Chairman, you mentioned that the agency is not a marketing agency, it's a marketing service agency. Well, Mr. Chairman, if you take a look at the functions of the agency, under the Establishing Act, Section 14, it does state that the agency is actually a marketing agency and should establish a price determination mechanism and also introduce weighing scales and bands for livestock. So, Mr. Chairman, can you please explain further what you mean by that?
Okay, as I said, it's not a marketing institution, it's a marketing support institution. That weighing and you are recalling and price, it's not for the agency to do. The former government wants the markets to weigh their animals when they are being sold. That's why they mentioned this weighing of animals, not GLMA. It's for the market operators to be weighing their animals when they are being sold to the public. And I told you about the price determination also. That one, we don't do it. We just monitor it. It's the community which sits down and agree on their retail price of meat whenever they feel necessary to do it. We just monitor it. Whatever they agree on, we write it down and publish it as a tariff. So it's not for us. And even that weighing thing collapsed. It never worked.
Mr. Chairman, maybe we should provide you a copy of your act, of the GLMA Act, or do you have?
I have it everywhere.
You have it everywhere. Well, Mr. Chairman, marketing is part of the functions of the agency, as stated by the Act itself. However, moving forward, take a look at...
Excuse me?
Yes?
Let me just clarify that area. Let me just further
continue
on my point. You see, there was 1 year we came to Parkpec when I was serving as Director of Technical and Field Services. We were vehemently condemned because at that time we were given assignments to go and buy cattle for Ramadan. We swear it and give it to people to sell to control the price of meat. And we incurred heavy losses. That reflected in our reports. And when we came to Parktech, they call it subject matter specialist. When they look at the issue with the National Assembly members, they discovered that the agency serves as a regulator of the trade, of the market. Now, how can you be a regulator and at the same time you serve as an operator in the same market? How will you regulate yourself? That was the question raised by National Assembly members at the time. And this was supported by the subject matter specialists. And they are warned to desist from any marketing function. Because you cannot be a regulator, a promoter, at the same time you are competing the people you are supposed to serve. Buying animals and selling them, competing them. So marketing.
Very well, Mr. Cham. If you take a look, or you said you don't need to take a look, you know what's in your act. It's specifically stated livestock show grounds that the agency should take over. So after taking over these showgrounds, what has the agency, or how does the agency now manage these grounds?
They are used for livestock shows, trade fairs also, livestock shows. As I told you, promotional events. As I told you, we sensitize the farmers. We make sure they all gather in one place, marketing their animals. Like it's an avenue for promotion. Livestock day, livestock show, where all the rams come, farmers come from different places and they display their animals. That's what, it's just used for promotion. They are used for promotion. Like, I'm sure you must have had every year, you will hear advertisement, livestock show, livestock show. It's also advertisement so that we can encourage local production by trying to provide market for our stakeholders.
So how many showgrounds is the agency managing now?
Right now we have only one that we can say is fully utilized. The one in Farafeni is in dispute. In dispute.
Okay.
The one in Basse also is very narrow. It's almost in front of the Department of Livestock Services. You see? Because before, GLMA is a new institution. Before it used to be Department of Veterinary Services, Department of Animal Health and Production, the Department of Livestock Services. So GLMA is just a small, it's just for market promotion. So these things belong to institutions before, but according to the Act, I'm sure that's why you see to take over the showgrounds and so forth. So sometimes you have some resistance here and there, let's get problems. But the one in Abuko is fully operational, that one is fully under our control. And every year we stage a big show in Abuko, livestock show, livestock sale, subject to mosquito ram sale. But the other one, and the YDK also, at one time the security were housed there. The place also, livestock built some structures. Because that was the time livestock show was decentralized. That was the time it was decentralized. But when GLMA took over, maybe due to funding, some of those areas were not developed as the one in Abuko, because we need money to develop those areas.
Well, Mr. Cham. Mr. Cham, turn to MOJ 8F4. Secretariat, can you please help the witness?
Documents are very technical. Yeah.
Mr. Cham,
Yes, ma'am.
you've taken a look at that document, right?
Yes.
So it's a document from the Commission of Inquiry.
Hmm.
It's titled Livestock Tagging Budget. Can you see?
It's a budget. Okay.
Yes. And it's mentioning Deputy Director Livestock. It has mentioned the different individuals that took part in the tagging exercise.
Yes.
Yes? Good. So, can you please remind this committee how many people the agency took to the exercise?
Myself, Samba John, Sirif Ba,
Yes.
Buwa Korda, and my driver, Samba Song.
Sambaso.
5, yes.
5.
Yes.
So, you stated that Mr. Kocha was the valuer,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
The valuer that the agency went with. And it also specifically states Deputy Director Livestock. I believe this is your,
Yes.
this is you? Okay, and there are other 3, it states trackers. The other individuals that accompanied you to this exercise, were they trackers or veterinaries?
No.
What role were they playing with the agency? Or what role or official role did they have with the agency? These
Samba John.
yes. Apart from Mr. John, the others, because you stated Mr. John what's his position with
Sirif Ba is a livestock assistant,
yes, Mr. John was?
field and marketing agent.
Okay, and the other person?
The other person is a dealer.
No, not the dealer. You've stated the dealer, and the other one is your
Driver.
Driver. Okay. Well, Mr. Cham, this is stating that the exercise took place 5 days. That's what you stated.
If my memory serves me well,
It took 5
I
days.
think so.
Okay. Do you remember how many days was spent in Kanilai? How many days was spent in
I think
Farato and Banjolende?
I think Kanilai is 3 days.
3 days in Kanilai.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
And the others 1.
The others each one day.
1, I think so, yes.
And every official was paid $1,000 per day. Did you receive $1,000 for each day that you participated in this exercise?
From where?
From the commission, did you receive $1,000 for every day that you participated in the tagging and valuation exercise?
We were never paid by the commission.
Please bring the mic closer to you. You can pull it to the edge of the table.
I have a lumbago, sorry. We were never paid by the commission.
Were you ever paid for taking part in this exercise?
Yes.
Who paid? Who sent the payment?
No, we were called to the Ministry of Justice.
And you were paid by the Ministry of Justice?
Yes, at Gambia government DSA, $650 per day.
$650
per day.
So you did not receive 1,000 per day?
No.
Okay.
If you multiply that by 5, that was the total we are each paid.
All of you were paid the same rate?
Yes, based on the DSA rate at the time.
Mr. Cham, take a look at the second page of MOJ 8F1. Mr. Jao, if you can help the witness to find second page. Mr. Cham, are you done? Or do you need more time?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
You're done?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Cham, this document looks very similar to the one that you took a look at previously. But the difference with these two documents is that there's a column for, or column headed sales.
Where
It's
and where? I don't know.
towards the right edge of the document. Can you see it?
Sales, yes.
Mr. Chan, this is indicating, or this document is indicating the people that were paid when it came to tagging and sales. So you've stated that you received each $650 from the Ministry of Justice for every day that you took part in the tagging. This document is also showing that you received, or you were supposed to receive, for sales, the number of days that it took for sales. It states 10 days for sales and $1,000 each day. Did you ever receive this payment from either the Commission or the Ministry of Justice after taking part in the sales?
I told you that we did not take part in the sales.
Yes, but it indicates, so just confirm whether or not you received payment.
No, we did not receive any payment.
Very well, Mr. Cham. So you've stated that you've not received any payment with regards to sales because you did not take part.
We did not, we are not even aware of it.
Mr. Cham, let me guide you to another document that you should take a look at, okay?
Okay.
Mr. Cham, go back to MOJ 8F4. Mr. Jao, if you can help the witness to. So second page. Yes, second page of 8F4. Mr. Cham, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the document you're looking at should be titled Commission of Enquiry Livestock Record Sheet.
No, this is different from that. This is livestock.
8F4, second page.
And ma'am, may I clarify also, because I'm just saying I. none of my team members also were paid, apart from the one we received from Ministry of Justice.
For the tagging?
You know, you sort of
Yes.
yeah.
Tagging exercise and seal exercise.
None of my team members received anything other than
For the tagging exercise from the Ministry of Justice.
other than the payment from the Ministry of Justice.
And they received the same rate you received?
Yes.
Okay,
But I'm saying so.
that's clear. Mr. Jawo, is the witness looking at the appropriate document? Very well. Mr. Cham, it's a very long document, so if you turn to the other pages, you will see that it's a table. Yes, so we're going to get into a very tedious exercise, right?
Yeah.
But before we get into this exercise, let me just ask you a few questions. And then we can get into the table, the contents of this table. Mr. Cham, where did the valuation exercise start? Did it start at the farm in Farato or the farm in Banjulinding, or did it start at the farm in Kanilai?
Kanilai.
It started in Kanilai. And you earlier stated that you spent about 3 days in Kanilai.
If I can remember, yes.
So did the team spend these 3 days overnight in Kanilai, or was the team going to Kanilai every single day?
We are committing.
You were commuting to Kanilai in the morning and leaving in the evening?
Yeah, when we finish or when we feel tired, we close for the day.
When you closed for the day. Mr. Cham, how many animals or how many cattle did the team tag in Kanilai?
I cannot remember because I don't have the records. But anyway, from what I've seen, I've seen something. I don't know how that came. I've seen estimated weight.
Sorry, we will get into the table.
Okay.
Yes. So you said you cannot remember the number of cattle that was tagged.
You know, our hearts were taken off the recording, so I cannot remember.
Okay, Mr. Cham. So before we get into the table again, before going to the tagging exercise, did the agency ever sit, especially those individuals that were identified to take part in this exercise, did you people have a meeting to decide on the methodology, the criteria, or the principles that the agency was going to use, or the method, or even tools that the agency would use to, one, tag the cattle, and two, value the cattle?
No, okay. You know, originally we planned to tag all the cattle, but when we got to Kanilai, we found that was not feasible. You know, so the first day we tried as much as possible to tag all the suckling cows.
The suckling cows?
Yes.
Can you please clarify what a suckling cow is?
The cows with their calves.
Okay.
They are done. So because that was critical, because since we are told that the animals are going to be sold, we said we have to tag all the suckling cows. All right? Then in the other places, I think what they did was they took animals from different herds and they mixed them together. So the animals were very aggressive. It was very difficult for us even to restrain the animals. They were running around. The place was very dusty, very risky. So that was the time when we took the break. I told them, I think if you want to finish Kanilai, we have to come with a strategy, and that is, let us classify these animals into groups based on the normal visual assessment to the best of our ability. We group them into 4 groups, all right? And we use different colors of paint, select them and we paint them, all right? And how these animals are in this phase, we cannot count them. Because once you start counting, they will roll around jumping. But if we select, for example, green for small, if you apply green paint either on the flank or side or face, you can tick on the small one. All right?
When you say tick on the small one, what do you mean?
Column.
On a table?
No, not on a table. On a rough, this thing. On a piece of paper.
Please continue, Mr. Chan.
If you have 4 columns on a piece of paper, all right? Anytime you take an animal, you know which color to use, you know which column it belongs. So at the end of the day, you will take the total for each column. If you ensure that all the animals are marked, if you take the total for the columns, then you can know the total number of animals in the ring. So that's what we do. What we did. That's why we keep on running after the animal to ensure that all the animals are marked. Because to count them physically was cumbersome. They were running all over the place. The place was just. But we try and mark any animal with a mark. You know that one is counted. You announce and you mark the column, and you took the totals. That's how we came to the totals. But for the other ones, those ones are tagged with numbers. The numbers are serialized. That one is simple.
Okay, very well. Honorable Chair, I think this is a convenient point to take a short break and allow the witness to stretch his legs.
Very well. I think it's a convenient time for us to take a short break, at least for 30 minutes. Oh, would that be okay?
All right.
30 minutes.
That's
fine. Yeah, so we can have lunch and prayer break.
Considering lunch is...
Can we take 1 hour?
Yes, please. We can come back. It's 10 after 2. We can come back at 3.
3. Oh, that's fine. Mr. Chan?
Yes, sir.
So we'll take a short break.
Okay.
Meeting adjourned till 3 o'clock. Thank you.
Okay. Okay.